Jan. How do you reflect on the season on a personal level? Because I don't think we've really spoken to you yet this season. You missed the first 3 games, quite surprising. First of all, what happened there, and how do you feel about your game generally?
Yes, I didn't play the first 3 games. Obviously, that's a decision. We can only have 11 on the pitch and 7 on the bench, I think. And I wasn't there, and I want to play every game. So in that way, I was disappointed. I think you're not a football player if you're not disappointed if you don't play. So I think that shows that I'm still ambitious, and I want to play every game. And the last couple of games I did, and then I'm gonna work and do everything to play as many games this season. And obviously that depends on my performances. And performances this season, probably a couple good ones, a couple that weren't, where I could have done better. That's why we're training every day to get performances at the top level. So yeah.
Jan, hi. We've made a lot in the press about the players with uncertain futures at Tottenham, and obviously you're one of the guys whose contract's running down. Can you just give us an idea of how you've been feeling and whether your future's been a distraction to you at all?
Not a distraction. I'm very aware of my age, but my body is not, because I'm feeling good and I feel fairly young, and it doesn't distract me. I want to play as many games as I can at the highest possible level, and that's what we're doing now. That's what we're doing tomorrow, and like I said, I'm very ambitious. I feel like I still got a couple of good years left in me. That's definitely how I'm feeling now, and how I felt since the start of the season, and I hope I can and help the team as long as I can.
And sorry, just to follow up, just to be clear, are you in contract talks at the moment? Is anything happening on that?
I prefer not to go too deep into that, but there's always some movement everywhere. Yeah.
Okay, question from Ian down here.
Yeah, there's a feeling that this club needs to win a trophy. It's been knocking on the door for the last 3 or 4 years. It needs to win a trophy this season. If this is to be your last season at the club, how likely do you think it is that the group of players you have at the moment are able to make that final breakthrough? You got close last year with the Champions League final.
Mm-hmm. Very confident. We got a great squad, we're gonna try everything that we have to win that trophy, and that's our aim. But we're doing game by game. We wanna win the next game, and the next game is tomorrow, and then we'll see where it brings us.
Okay, take a question from Roger down the front.
Yeah, and just on the start of the season, Maurizio said the other day that perhaps the uncertainty around some players and their futures, and perhaps people had different agendas within the dressing room, had perhaps caused a few problems and unsettled a few. Has it been unsettled in the dressing room at the start of this season, and how's the mood of the camp at the moment?
Yeah, I'm not going too much into that either, but the mood at this point is good. I think was a good win for us on Saturday. Wasn't the easiest one, but I think if you go down to 10 and then and they score 1-1, I think we showed who we really are. After that, we fought, we stick together. There was a great buzz at halftime and after the game, because we wanted to show who we are. We wanted to show that we want to fight, that we can fight, and we did. And I think if you see after the final whistle how happy we were, and that's how we are. Where we can dominate games, but we can fight as well. And it was a good feeling to see that those 10 players on the pitch, were ready to fight for everyone, and for everyone, in the dressing room, and the staff, and the fans in the stadium.
Okay, we're going to go to Sammy, then finish with Charlie and Dave. Okay, so we'll start with Sammy.
Yeah, and just quickly following on from Matt's question, do you see a long-term or a future here at Tottenham, starters, and secondly, it's not been the possibly not the start, not personally, but for the team that you'd wanted. What reasons would you give for that?
Yeah, like I said, it's my 8th season now. I already had a great past, and I'm feeling great with at the moment in every single way here. So that's the only thing I wanted to say about that. And I think maybe like you said, the results didn't come our way. But if you look at the games that we've had. Maybe the results didn't come our way, but it was tough away games, and you always have to see how we bounce back from that. And like I said, the question before, I think against Southampton, we showed who we are and who we wanted to be in the future as well.
Okay, Dave's got the microphone, so we'll go Dave and then finish with Charlie. Dave.
Jan, like you say, it's your 8th season here. It's the manager's 6th season.
Yeah.
The team's pretty settled. It's not changed a huge amount. People normally see that as a positive, but there's been talk that you can go stale as a team if everything stays the same and there's not enough change. Do you see that point? Is there any sense of that to you, staleness?
No, because we improved every year. If you look at the season that we had last year, we went to the Champions League final. We some new players came in, and that keeps it fresh as well. But no, I don't share that feeling at all. I see a lot of joy in the dressing room, and we go out on the pitch for every single training session. So no, I can't share that feeling. I think everyone. Obviously, I can only speak for myself, but what I can see from the group is that everyone enjoys playing here every day.
Injuries and suspensions, things like that, meant there's had to be a bit of chopping.
Sorry.
Injuries and suspensions have meant there's had to be a bit of chopping and changing at the back, especially like right full back. How hard has it been, having to play with different players rather than in as settled a back four as you'd be used to?
I think everyone is ready to play. That's what pre-season is for. We tried different things there, and. If you play so many different competitions and then the national team on top, that requires a good big squad, and that's what we have. And everyone is getting his time, and you can't play 60, 70 games with 11 players. So no, there will be changes, and I think that keeps the group fresh and competitive.
Sorry, Jan, you're a man in demand, so Carrie would like a
Thank
question.
you, Jan.
We will go with David to finish, and that will be the last two, okay?
Thank you, promise, just one. Jan, can I take you back? You talked about reaching a Champions League final. Can I take you back to the dying minutes of that night against Ajax? We've talked a lot about Lucas Moura's hat-trick, but with the fullbacks all going forward, it was down to you, Hugo, and Toby. Toby with a really vital interception, blocking De Jong, the two of you against 3 players. How important is the chemistry and the relationship for the 3 of you, especially with the rule changes in the game? And does this team need to reshape the disappointment of losing a Champions League to the perception of the outside world, which is Tottenham as Champions League finalists?
Okay. If you take me back to that game, if you down like we were down in there was 2-2. Oh no, what was the score? And anyway, we needed a goal, and 2-2, and then you have to take more risk, especially when it's a knockout game. So that ends up with probably most of the time fullbacks going forward and playing 1v1 at the back, and that's what you have to do at that level sometimes. And I remember Toby exactly having a great block, and all these little things got us to the Champions League final at the end. And it's not about connection I or me or Toby or anyone else have. It's about playing with each other and training with each other every single day, and getting to know the system and how we want to play. And at the end, different players can play in different systems, and that's what I think we're training for every day, to put different players in different systems. And it doesn't. I think we don't need to take any particular player out there.
Do you need to reshape your achievement of reaching a final rather than being a failure and achievement?
No, we got there, so obviously we want more of that, and probably they're bigger favorites than us in the competition. They were bigger favorites last year as well, but we know what we can do, and we know what we want to do, and we don't have to say that out loud every time. But we've got a lot of confidence in ourselves.
Okay, Dave to finish.
Yeah, Jan, you're one of the longest serving players at the club. Your first European campaign here was a Europa League group with Panathinaikos, Maribor and Lazio. I don't know if you remember anything about that, but more to the point, you're playing Bayern Munich tomorrow night at this magnificent new stadium. It really just shows I know it's been 8 years, but it's like night and day, really.
Yeah, we've come a long way, and we shouldn't forget that. We work very hard to get to this stage, and you see, I've got these questions about reaching the Champions League final, comparing to the group you just mentioned, and I think that's the perfect example from how well we've done over the last 7 years, and that tastes like more. We want more, and we're still very hungry, and hopefully we can do better than last season.
Okay, thank you very much, Jan.
Yes.